Well, with me right now from Friends of the Village is Catherine Bryans and Sherry Horn. And good to see you both.
Good to see you.
You're usually here with the city,
Yes.
although you are no longer the mayor.
That's right.
You are certainly still on city council, but today we're talking about Friends of the Village.
That's
You're involved
right.
in all kinds of stuff, aren't you?
Yes.
I know, but
Fingers in every
either
pie.
way, it's nice to have you here today. So let's talk about Friends of the Village first, just in general. I know you're changing up your meeting schedule this year.
We did. We spoke about it last month with you, and now this is our first meeting on a Tuesday evening. It's February 20th. It's still in the Performing Arts Center's Dining Room 1, but it is a different time, and we felt that in order to do really quality programs, we moved it into having 5 programs in the year, so this is the first of 5.
And it's going to be at 6:30?
Correct.
Okay.
In Dining Room 1 at 6:30, and we do have refreshments. So.
Very nice. That's all.
Maybe after dinner you have a little
That's like
snack.
the key thing, right? Having the refreshments, it seems. But you know, just in general, what's an overview of Friends of the Village? Because it's somewhat changed a little bit over the years, right?
Well, I think there was a perception of it over the years that wasn't quite accurate, because there were some people within the club who were very active in other organizations, and it got a little bit assumed that we were a political organization, and we're not. We are a group of people that want to bring issues that are open and into the community for discussion and the truth, as opposed to what got sent around. So, and that's why we brought this a very timely subject this month, to bring cannabis and California state law in 2018 to the community in a very relaxed and quiet sort of, well, we hope quiet atmosphere. And we are going to put it on, it's going to be recorded by Village Television, so it'll get a replay, and then we'll keep it on our website as well, because we feel this issue of marijuana is so much in the news. This is what we want to bring to our community, because our community is one of those kinds of communities that's affected so terribly by the opioid overuse and prescriptions. So we have 4 guests, including former Mayor Sherry Horn. We have Dr. Kent Crowley, who's a doctor of pharmacology, and he will be talking about what this does, what happens in your body, what's helpful, what his take on all of this is as a pharmacist. And Attorney John Landis is joining us, and he is going to talk about absolutes in terms of what the law is, what we're expecting, why there's so much controversy, the difference between state and federal law. And we have Candace Hawes of OC Normal, who's going to be joining Sherry and talking about specifically our community. So that's what she's going to be doing.
So this meeting again is coming up in a few days.
Next Tuesday.
Now this is what this is a good part of the, I guess, part of the talk, and maybe I'm coming to you now because you sit on a city council, our city council. I'm sure some of these other people, the attorney, might know the ins and outs of this more, but you do have the state and the federal laws, which are like this.
That's right. But right now our state laws say it's legal, and the medical marijuana has been legal for quite a long time.
Yes.
So it's exciting to talk about now. There's 21 states that have this legal, and I mean, there's even more that are coming on all the time. New Hampshire just legalized it with their legislature, and there's so many wonderful medical benefits that are being discovered all the time, especially now in these times, that I think it's very exciting time to be having this program and talking about it. I think people will get a lot of good information here.
It was, at least at one time, where a lot of the not the prescriptions that come directly from a doctor's office, but the different shops, I guess, that have different kinds of marijuana and pills and all kinds of stuff. They have to deal, I thought, in cash, right? Because they cannot, federal law-wise, they can't, if they do something with the banks or something, then the feds can step in, or I don't know, maybe I'm totally wrong about that, but I remember I remember hearing that there is that, you know, that again, they're butting heads on that.
There was, but it's evolving. It's evolving, and the state of California is right now in the process of creating a public bank so that it doesn't have to be cash only. But most dispensaries have ATMs inside, and I know there's still a hesitancy, but that's being changed too. Everything is being changed right now. There's the weight of how many states are doing this and how many people are doing it is predominant, and it's moving that way. So yes, the federal government could still restart the war on drugs and start this, criminalize things all over again, but I think that would be a real shame for people that are getting medical benefit, because it's been certainly proved in this country and other countries that it's been being used in hospitals in other countries. Why should we not get the benefit of that too? So that's why laws are evolving, and I think the federal government is on the wrong side of history here. And I think California will complete the bank that they're working on, and that we'll get rid of that cash-only issue.
I think it's really important that why we're doing this program is less about that. It's more about generations of people in this community who have always assumed that you were a bad person if you said the word marijuana, let alone smoked it or did anything. And it was sort of a back alley thing. What's happening is our seniors, especially this community, are very vulnerable to overdosing on prescriptive drugs. And there are lots of ways of taking marijuana without smoking it. And I don't think we necessarily know that you can eat it, you can rub it on, you can take drops, you can do all sorts of things that are not going to harm you. And there is a lot of harm, especially in this community. And we just want people to be able to come and ask questions and talk about it with people that know.
Right, because there's really exciting studies and a lot of anecdotal evidence that people can reduce the amount of opioids that they're using if they have something else that can help them with pain. And let's say you have neuropathy, and you can put a topical on that will take care of that pain. You can let go of some of those opioids. And we do have a problem in this community. A lot of us take a lot of drugs, and they mix it with a glass of wine, and one thing can add to the other. And so that is the problem, and that's what we're trying to address here.
I guess that could be true with any kind of drug, even mixing wine with Tylenol. You know, not probably a good idea.
Probably not a good idea. But a lot of times in this community, we have a little memory loss. I mean, it's been known to happen, and sometimes people are taking more than they should because they failed to meet it. So that's what this meeting is all about. And so
you know, I want to mention that it's February 20th.
It's just Tuesday.
Yeah, and it's not, you know, you got some time if people want to come by. And what I want to ask, and I know we put on the bottom of here, you know, for people who want to become members, how they can do it.
Please
Can people just show up if they're not members?
Oh, absolutely. It's open to anyone. It's free to attend any of our meetings. We would like to keep bringing meetings.
Yeah,
So it's important to have members who are members pay this year's dues, and also to bring in some new members, because we are trying to film all of these. We're trying to provide this to the community, but we need some help. We're willing to do the legwork and get this out there.
And that's it, because I always want to mention that, because people think, oh, I'm not a member of this particular group, I can't go.
Absolutely.
Anybody
can. It's open
can.
to any resident and their guests, and we are just open-armed with that.
Okay. Well,
and we want people to come with questions.
Yes.
Because that's why we're providing
no matter
all
what your topic is.
Right.
Yes.
And because this is such an important one and so timely for this community.
And it's a safe place to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a safe place to fall and sit and be able to listen and talk. And if you don't want to come because you're too embarrassed or whatever because of the subject, look for it on the replay, because it's going to teach you something you didn't know.
All right. Very good. So this is coming up on the 20th. Which is next week, Tuesday at the Performing Arts Center, Dining Room 1 at 6:30. And we look forward to seeing you again. I guess it won't be quite as often. You're certainly welcome to come on once a month. But you guys used to have your meetings once a month.
We
and
will
now,
at least for the 5 months. And if anything exciting comes up,
you can come on
we'll
whenever
come
you
on.
want. And I know we see you a lot too for
Yes.
different things.
For a lot of things, but this is an important thing.
So it's good
and
to see you
I hope
both.
everyone comes.
Yeah, definitely. February 20th and
the
Performing
evening.
Arts Center. And remember, no matter what your thoughts are on this, go there and you'll get informed and make up your own mind, whatever it may be, but you can't do that without different points of view coming in.
That's right, and I know it can be embarrassing and it's a hard topic to talk about, but that's really the only route to help.
That's true.
By being able to talk about it and sharing our experiences, and that's so important.
Very good. We'll see you next time. I look forward to finding out what your next meeting is going to be. You always have good stuff, for sure.
It's going to be interesting.
All right. Remember, that is next Tuesday at the Performing Arts Center, dining room 1 at 6:30. Friends of the Village. We'll be back.